Outer Banks season 2.
Oh, you watched this show?
You don't watch this
I
show?
just heard about
you
it.
You should die.
Somebody, okay, excuse me.
Anybody who doesn't watch Outer Banks, it is.
We're drinking a lot of water this episode.
Yeah. My mouth's just feeling a little dry.
Yeah.
It is so fucking good.
So is this show, the way that it's been described to me, is like the CW version of National Treasure.
It's so good. I can't believe you don't watch it. You would probably nitpick it a little bit, and there is a lot to nitpick, but exactly, it's like a CW show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's things that happen, and you're like, that was avoidable. But it doesn't matter because it's so good. And the thing that I love about it, and this is something that I probably don't talk about a lot. One of the reasons I love National Treasure so much is I find history to be the coolest thing ever, but not necessarily real history. I like folklore history. It is cool as shit. Yeah. I want it all to be real.
Yeah.
Even regular history is cool, but even I like, haunted history, stuff like that. And there's a part of this, because it takes place in Outer Banks. There's a part of this season that takes place in Charleston, South Carolina. And we went to Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes, we did.
A lot of history in Charleston,
We went
South
to
Carolina.
a haunted Civil War
Yeah,
prison.
shit like that shit's cool.
Yeah.
And the stuff that this show does, and kind of same with National Treasure, it's based off of something nobody in the real historic community would probably ever go as far to say that it's maybe not the show. The show is based off of nothing real.
Yeah.
But, I'm talking, if you talk about National Treasure, so like the people that they reference existed, right? Like the Constitution was real. Stuff, it's very loosely based off of history.
Yeah.
And I just think that's cool. I wish history was
real.
No, I wish that kind of history was real, because I believe deep down that
there's
and I know that there's
under America.
No, but I know that there's people out there that most people think are crazy because they dedicate their lives to this stuff. But I believe deep down that there's probably some, subliminal messages and hidden shit out there throughout history. Definitely.
I can promise you that. I've done a pretty good
I'm
amount
a big
of reading
Illuminati
into
guy
some
too.
Subliminal messages, and sure, they're out there.
But back to Outer Banks. Can we get back to that? Well, what were you going to say? You go first.
One, I'm just so happy that you know who Silence Dogood is.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. The first time you referenced that you knew who that was, it blew my mind. I can't remember what the other thing is. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be totally real. A part of me is very curious about if hundreds of years ago, but really, really long time ago, if maybe some magic was actually real, but then, we all just killed it because it was weird. Our ancestors killed witches but you know what, fucking, I don't know, dragons or something like that. That's an extreme example, but what if that shit, or fairies, what if that shit was real and we just got our butterfly nets back in the day and squashed it all, so it's all gone.
Yeah, and so.
But there's a hint of magic left.
This is bringing me down a rabbit hole, and it's going to bring me into the Vampire Diaries real quick.
Fuck. Okay.
The reason that I think that show is so cool is because they do a lot of flashbacks to Civil War times, because vampires
they're immortal.
So they're So, and it's that same thing. It's got no real history, but just enough history of the date is correct. The Civil War was going on at this time. You know what I mean? They just sprinkle in a touch. So I think that it's cool. Fake history is the coolest kind of history.